Hi everyone!
Welcome back, everyone.
We are approaching the new year and we just have the desire to reveal one of our next secrets.
The most powerful secret.
Yes.
It's like very basic, but it's mind blowing how many things it fixes.
Yep. And as a matter of fact, we are absolutely sure that it's gonna transform your entire twin flame journey, your entire life, everything once you fix this one thing. It's just one thing, guys, but it's so very important. We take it for granted, I think.
One thing, however, it takes time to adjust to fix this thing, and I don't know, it will take as long as you have to take.
That's it. That's right. Actually, being on the twin flame journey is not an easy thing. You all know that, I'm pretty sure. And it takes a lot of nerves. It takes a lot of nerves. We go through many different states like depression, anxiety, and so on and so forth. A lot of traumas, emotional
Saying the nerves
blockages.
is already all this that she's saying, like
Uh-huh.
because people have all kinds of problems and they say, you don't know our life. It doesn't matter. We don't need to know your life. All we have to know
Exactly.
is all you have to worry about is just your nerves, because the nerves are correlated with all these emotional, psychological traumas and all
Yep. The twin flame journey on itself can be a very big stress. And this can turn everything upside down for us. And we end up almost in a hole at some point. And we are just like, how did I get here? Like, what happened to me? Like 1 year ago or 5 years ago, I was not this person and now I'm totally different. Why? And there's one reason, very main, because of this.
I also have been making videos about dimethyltryptamine, which is the mother of all, not hormones. Yeah, it's a hormone. So it's actually between a hormone and a spiritual molecule, the DMT. I made a few videos about it, and it's very similar to what we are talking about. It's actually gonna work on this, because without this, doesn't work.
And it's very simple and very stupid, what may sound, but what we're talking about is actually our sleep. That's right. If we don't fix our sleep, we will be on a nervous, emotional, traumatic roller coaster the whole time. And it becomes like a loop, like a vicious cycle that we are not able to come out.
And it might sound very cool to stay up all night watching videos or whatever, but
It might be actually forced many times because we are put like in a state of we have to have a 9 to 5 job or whatever, and then you're like, I have enough time to sleep. But no, really, because until you finish up doing your chores and things, you end up going late to bed and then waking up early, and this continues for days, months, years.
also things are all connected. So, for example, you miss on your, let's say, I mean, we are speaking about diet, but sometimes it's not about diet, it's just to eat the way you're supposed to eat. But nowadays we have to talk about diets because humanity doesn't know anymore what food is and how to eat. So,
Yeah, plus the food that we buy in the supermarkets, it's all depleted of nutrients, so we're
So
eating empty food.
everything is connected, and because you don't eat right, you don't sleep right, and if you don't sleep right, you also don't eat right, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And there's many other factors, of course.
It took us a while for us as well to
A long while.
as simple as it seems, but when you are not getting enough sleep, you go entirely on the head. You are constantly on the mind. That's why in the Eastern world they promote meditation so much, because meditation, to a certain extent, it can compensate for the lack of sleep. To a certain extent. I remember at the beginning of my spiritual journey, I was very busy at work, and most of the days I was not sleeping enough because I was like also investigating all these spiritual things. I was watching a
You were
lot of
so excited.
videos. Yes,
I was.
I was sleeping between 3 and 5 hours a night. As a matter of fact, when I was sleeping 5 hours a night, I was like, so nice. Tonight I'm gonna get enough sleep. Like I'm gonna sleep for 5 hours. So ridiculous. Like
5 hours, nothing.
5 hours is nothing.
It's just that you were you mentally adjust yourself so that 5 hours is actually amazing, and you could actually get more sleep to benefit even more.
In the human design, they speak about the importance of rest and sleep for the projectors, but I truly believe that all types need their amount of sleep. Yes, generators and manifesting generators, they are full of energy, and they really need to use this energy to be able to rest properly. But without having the correct amount of sleep as well, they just become even more nervous than usual. The energy starts to run too fast, and like I said, it really puts us on the head. And when we're on the head, we just become obsessive compulsory. There's the same thoughts over and over passing through the head, and we just get stuck on it.
There's also the dependency, in which I think it can affect all designs, but maybe some others are more affected with this than others. There's the dependency when people just need you, like come here please, or do this please, and they are in a hurry, or they just praise you so much, and you finally say, okay, they admire me, they follow me, I'm gonna do what they say, and before you notice, you're in a small contract that you don't even have time for yourself, and time for yourself means sleep, for example, to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
People rely on you so much that you just cannot.
You know
move.
how they say that the first thing you have to do in the twin flame journey, or anything, just to move on in life, to continue your evolution, is to focus on yourself. And when they say this, they usually mean the spiritual way, but it is super important that we do that also on the physical level. So focusing on yourself is getting enough sleep, to get enough rest so you can think properly, and then you can focus on the correct food, on the correct nutrition, on the correct people on your life. Not that there's anything wrong with everything around you, but we are just not entirely compatible with everyone around us. Imagine a puzzle, right? And a certain piece of puzzle, it can only match with the other pieces around it. It doesn't match with the other pieces. Yes, they might connect somehow with other pieces, but it's never a perfect match. There will be always like an edge sticking out, or the pictures are not connecting together correctly. So we can do just as much. We don't have to go and to conquer the entire world, to be friends with everybody.
For example, there's also this misconception that we have to stay in a high vibration, and I agree if you need a small amount of it, of high vibration, to be happy. But if you are constantly on a high vibration, you actually are not able to sleep, for example.
That's actually also as a result of the misconception of what is high and what is low vibration.
You're so excited, so thrilled, that it actually, for such a long time, you start not to be able to sleep, and it starts to reverse, and this thrilling becomes almost like a depression. And then you are constantly, every single day, trying to find how was I able to be in this perfect condition and stuff. It's like this. So it's very, very difficult.
Do you know where's the highest vibration? The highest vibration is where's the neutral part.
Yep.
That's where the twin flames meet, the yin and the yang. This line in between themselves, this is the highest vibration. It's not to be like extra positive and super excited and super happy all the time and, to fly around. No, that's not the high vibration at all. that can only exhaust you and make you forget who you truly are. Because you are in this state, you are at the verge of an emotional wave, which means you cannot think clearly. And to go to the neutral state, like we said, we have to fix ourselves first. And really the sleep and the nutrition, I think they go together. But if you first fix your sleep, you will be able to
just to sleep, guys.
Properly focus on the correct nutrition.
You will be able to see that 95% of your problems are can be greatly reduced, and some of them will entirely disappear if you finally close your eyes and sleep properly.
So we challenge you. In the next upcoming year,
yes,
fix your sleep. Get enough, at least 7-8 hours a night of sleep. And you will be amazed, guys. You will be absolutely amazed how this will transform all your life. It will transform your entire perception of your twin flame journey, of everything, anything you can imagine. And
we are speaking of this, and there's a ball of insects on top of us flying around.
They like to follow us. I don't know. It's not really the season, but it's been so warm lately here.
Yeah. So these are just hints, because if we really say, like, literally, really what is going on and how you can really fix all this, most of you will not understand, and others will find it controversial. So this is only, we were thinking we are going to share properly.
I don't think it's controversial. It's very simple steps.
No, but the proper stuff that we
yes,
really
of
do,
course,
our
we
routines.
will share this with our members
Yes.
in additional video, because it becomes too long as well. So if you would like, join the membership. I think it will be for the second level membership available.
Yes.
We'll be adding something there as well. We'll announce it on probably around New Year, what we're gonna add to our second level of membership. So if you feel drawn to it, join the membership, and there's many more other videos out there, many other things. But if not, just find a way to fix your sleep.
Yeah, that's the goal. Just focus on this for now.
Yep.
That's it. And love, even without sleep, you cannot really focus on love very much. You stay only on the mind. It's incredible. So yeah.
The love topic is another interesting thing that I want to make a video about, because I recently got a very interesting download.
You will have to share with me, otherwise.
Yeah, I did, but you were busy with other things, and probably you didn't.
We always have. We are just doing random things in our life, and then all of a sudden we are like, I know what we're going to speak about on the next video, and then it comes that day, and we just don't know what to do, because it's so many downloads and topics. We want to share everything, so yeah.
Lots of love, guys.
Lots of love.
Hopefully we'll see you on New Year's Eve around that time.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.